Hello and welcome everybody to today's pick a card reading. I know it sounds crazy. I've got Easter out here. It's almost Halloween, a week away from Halloween, and we've got Easter up. Why? Because in 6 months from now, it puts us in springtime, almost Easter time. So if you've never done a pick a card before, this is how it works. I like to close my eyes or look away for a second and then open my eyes, look at the screen, and whichever one of these pulls me in and speaks to me the most, that's the one I pick. So you can do it that way. You can look at the timestamps. Basically, this is pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3. And I will post in the description and the comments the timestamp if you just want to skip ahead straight to your reading. And yeah, the way I do it, you can either go, if you're a numbers person, you can look at the timestamps and think which number calls to you. I've done it that way too, but just whichever one of these pulls you in, you feel in any one of these, that's the one I'd go with. All right, pile number 1. Welcome to your 6 month from now read. How exciting. I'm gonna hurry and cast some charms. This is your pull, and I'm gonna cast some charms and I'll just kind of talk about as we go what comes up. But you can look at the charms yourself along the way and see if we can make any cool connections with those. It's always fun. I like to do the charms live, but I do the tarot off camera because I like to go really slow and really think about it and get like a feel for what I'm seeing and thinking. I'll be very honest, pile 1, this is like a really heavy pile. But it's good. It ends in it's a really good outcome for you. So we start off basic. Well, I always kind of like to throw out the vibe, my initial theme of each pile, and yours is basically the end of a rough stage. Things are coming to a good close. It's weird because I got retirement, which is not going to apply to everybody. Obviously, this is a general read, so that's really odd. And then I was feeling like court vibes, like a court case is going to finish up and something good's going to come of it. I don't know what. I can't really pinpoint. Yours was kind of odd. So we'll just get started. We can start off with the Page of Pentacles. Academic achievements, reap good benefits from your organizing, kind of. I don't know if you've been working on something like paperwork wise, or again court wise, or schooling wise, something like that, but getting kind of weird ideas that way. And then we go into the Empress, which is you can get great advice from somebody, a feeling of security. She's had a glow up, obviously. She's full of, you can birth a good idea. You could literally be pregnant. I don't like to put that one out there because that's scary to a lot of people, but it doesn't always mean that you are pregnant or going to get pregnant. It could just mean that you're going to give birth to like a brilliant idea that's going to help out your situation. And then it goes into the Chariot, and the Chariot with Judgment. So a reward coming in quickly, possibly travel. You might have felt for a long time that you had a lot to handle and you kind of couldn't keep up. Maybe was the feeling you're used to, but this is more of an ending of that. And then the Eight of Swords, again, is the end of the difficult phase. Something that was not right is made right. Again, with it's following the Judgment. So that's really good. And then you've got the Two of Cups, reconciliation, unity. I swear popped up. That word came up a couple times in yours because I like to circle things that I see a few times. I take notes and I really assess things. And when something pops up more than once, I got power came up a lot. So I don't know if you're taking back some power that you felt powerless and you're about to get it back. And then we got 10 of Wands, which again is another responsibility. So the Chariot can make you feel like you have too many responsibilities. And that's kind of what the 10 of Wands is telling me too. But in the same sense, it's overcoming hardship. So I don't know if the previous leading up to this, things might have felt a little rough, but that's going to come to an end. And possibly like the Judgment could be the retirement or a court case. I don't understand, but not sure what you've got going on. But then we go into mending. So you've got this beautiful mending card here. And what's funny is I was trying to find in the book because I already had my own thoughts on it, and then I like to see what the book says and just get like a whole overview of things. And I went to find it, and it's so funny. I've never pulled this card before, and that it's the last card of the deck. So 52, and then followed by this Peregrine Falcon. So we've got 52 and then 25. So things are going to flip for you. Whatever you're going through, it's going to go from feeling like hardships to feeling really secure. And your home life's going to, everything's going to come together. You're going to have unity. That kept popping up, which I was like, that's not a word I use every day. I don't know what's going on. But the outcome's really good. So I think you've maybe been having a tough time, but it's about to end in the spring for you in the best way. So the mending is like forgiveness, making amends, healing, reclaiming your power by setting yourself free. When you forgive somebody, it's for you, not for them. That's what they always say. I don't know. I struggle with forgiveness. But basically, I think you'll just be moving on and healing from something. And then the falcon's really cool. We love falcons. We used to live next to a place that had a ton of them off the cliff. Here we have hawks everywhere. But the falcon's really cool. It's observation. Something neat with that, I don't know if you can see this, but the Eye of Horus was shaped after the falcon. It's kind of a teardrop shape. And it means a lot of things, but supreme power and unity, again, that popped up so many times. And it's the Eye of Horus is actually the symbol of it. If you're into magical stuff, it's used a lot in spells for home protection. So a lot of things about your home, something about your home's gonna become really secure, and everyone within it's gonna be unified somehow. And then there's a camel. I love the camel. He's so cute. This is trust that you have the resources to get through the challenges before you. And that was, I read the book's take on that. I thought that was pretty neat. A couple standout words were resourcefulness, focus, steadiness, optimism, and justice. So we had judgment and justice, which is interesting, which makes me think court, something to do with some kind of case. I don't know, like a judgment made in your favor. Court's not always a scary thing, which normally I think it is. It's terrifying, but this could mean like something's gonna end, but it's gonna go your way in your favor, which is pretty cool. But the camel's pretty neat. It kind of described like walking through this barren land, through this desert, and you just can't see a good outcome coming. Like it just looks like it's never gonna end. You're never gonna find the oasis. But if you just use what you have within, a camel can go forever. You know, I don't even remember how long before they need water, but you can just really, you have everything you need. Just keep focused, stay steady on the path that you're on, and you're going to get there. You just have to stay focused. You got to keep that optimism up even when it's tough. And then meditation for clarity. That's pretty cool. There's this deck has a whole bunch of meditation for this, meditation for that. You've got meditation for clarity. Now, I don't know if you have problems with focusing on not being negative, but that kind of came up a few times where it's like you need to stop the replay of negative thoughts and talking bad to yourself. Basically, put aside emotion and ask to see yourself and the situations around you clearly for what it is. Kind of goes along with the falcon. Ask for clarity and better observation from a different perspective of the situation, maybe. Could be very helpful for you. You got the 8th house, getting and using power. Something to do with power is going to shift in your favor. And then Venus, attracting good times. So I like to end on that note. That's great. And then Aries is willpower. So again, power. It's so weird. Power, unity, settling of a judgment in your favor. Very odd, but something's great for you in the spring. I like it. That's why we went with the whole Peeps collection, because this puts us right around Easter. So your Easter's looking great. You're going to end a weird phase, I guess, in a good way. The charms, let's see. I can't really make a ton of sense. Shark on the Empress, roller skate, the Chariot, fast. I guess maybe this whole, like, leading up to this felt really slow, but in the end, things are going to start speeding up and move really quickly. It's very strange. Octopus is pretty cool. Let's see, you've got your hands all over the place. Pretzels, just fun. For me, any kind of food is either you're eating too much food or celebrating, or like happy home, making dinner with the family, which kind of makes sense with all the Unity stuff. Maybe you're just trying to get your family all together in one place. I don't know what this means. Seahorse, seagull, walrus. I love the walrus. A lot of like summery, oceany themes. Tons of sea. I don't know. Do you live by the sea? Are you going on a vacation around that time? Are you planning a vacation to go to the ocean? Not sure. The charms on your read don't always make sense this time. Usually I can find cool things in the charms, but your pile's like the odd one out. I always get one odd one out pile, and I feel like pile number one. You're the one I can't make sense of today, but I think hopefully this makes sense to you. You'll have to let me know. But look forward to the end of a difficult phase and an outcome in your favor. Thank you so much for watching. Take good care of yourself and everybody around you. Drink plenty of water. Get you some sunshine and nature and take your vitamins. Be good to yourself. Be good to those around you. Thank you so much for being here. We'll see you later, pile number one. Bye-bye. All right, pile number two. Thank you for being here today. We're gonna start off your reading with some charms. I always pull my cards off camera, and I take a lot of notes, and I like to circle things that I see a bunch of repeating, but I like to do the charms live so that you have time to kind of, not everything's gonna make sense to me, but maybe you'll see a symbol that makes sense to you, and you'll be like, oh, cool. Because I can't always put them together. Sometimes we have things come out and they're like, oh, that's really cool, but so far the charms today are kind of letting me down. However, pile number two, you are my favorite pull of the day. You have really cool read. I always give a theme to my piles, and pile number two, yours is a new ideas coming in. The reason we have the, you picked the yellow peep, how cute, the little chickadoo. Anyways, 6 months from now puts us right around Easter time. So this is what we're looking at, that area of time in your life. That's what you can expect and look forward to. I hope that you're going to get a really cool idea. I want to start off too, I'm thinking you like farm animals. Maybe you're from the farm, or just animals in general. Maybe you have a lot of pets. I don't know, this is my cat's tarot deck, and I was laughing because when I was shuffling this deck, it's almost such good quality that I shuffled like a little too crazy, and it bent 3 or 4 cards, and they almost snapped. And I was like, oh, I probably shouldn't use this deck because it's not as pretty anymore, but it just made me think of a story. Like, I'm from the farm. Growing up, I used to drive the tractor around. I was too light as a kid. If you know this about tractors, you probably do, I'm assuming, pile number two. But if you're not a certain weight, they have a safety feature. If you had a bump and your butt comes off of the seat, the tractor will shut off. So the engine just shuts down. So that if you fall off, you're not going to get run over type of thing. But it's so funny because this card, and kind of the whole theme here is like, you need to embrace who you are and stand out and accept yourself more for who you are. You have a lot of things. We're going to go over each one of these. And the cards just kept coming. I have another row down here I'll have to show you, but I couldn't fit them all on here. I've got a new setup going on, and it's pretty wild. But the tractor story, what I was trying to get at is, my dad was so cool. He would go do another field, and then I would do another field, and then my brother would be in the other field. We'd kind of like, one would be tilling and one would be planting or whatnot. So we kind of had this big rotation to get it all done in time. And I remember at the end of these big days, I would climb out of roll out of this tractor, just be a dusty, dirty, yucky mess. My hair would be like wild because it's always windy there. And my dad would want to go into town and go to like a nice sit-down restaurant right after, which was wonderful. That was super cool and everything. But I would always stop and be like, dust off my shorts and be like, should I brush my hair first, maybe? And he'd be like, nah, get in the truck. Just go as you are. This is who you are. Like, who's gonna care? Like, so I always felt really like not okay. Like, oh man, I don't know. But you just need to embrace and accept who you are. And like, that's sparkly enough that you're going to shine through and just accept. You don't need to doll things up and dress things up. But all right, here we go. On to read. I'm just getting lost in fun story time here. So we start with the Ace of Swords. New ideas, you know, making some plans. Aces are always the beginning of something new. The Knight of Cups, what I find really funny is you've got the Knight followed by the Page, and generally the Page should come in first, but I think you're going to get to where you're going in kind of an unconventional way. I thought that was cool. Anyways, the Knight of Cups is goals, like you need to do a goal check to make sure you're on the right path. So maybe take a couple notes, write down some things you want to have happen in your life, and just get like a general feel for where you want to wind up and what you want to make happen. The Page of Cups, he's very studious, means you're on track, but you're still having fun. Like I was saying with the whole farming thing, like we'd work hard and then we would play hard. So, and we didn't care how we looked, you know, it was fun. But that's kind of, I don't know what's going on in your world, what this idea is, but you're about to, in 6 months from now, this will put us around Easter, so you're going to be getting something new. You're planning something, you get a cool idea, you're going to do something really awesome, and you are, by that time, you'll be on the right track, things are showing up, but you're not going to be, you know, crushing you're not going to be studying and doing stuff so hard that it's not fun. I think whatever you're working on, you're going to have a blast the whole way through. I love your read. And then we go on to the Nine of Swords. That's kind of where things get a little bit like, A couple of this showed up, and I think what it is, it's like a fear, anxiety, grief. It's kind of like beating yourself up, thinking, I'm not good enough, I don't know if I'm the right person for this. Like I was saying, like me, I would stop and like I'd walk past the reflection in the window of the truck and be like, I should brush my hair before we go, you know? But so maybe you're a little bit anxiety to just go ahead and go wherever and just be yourself. Like I don't dress up when I go to big events that much. I do now out of respect, like when I have to go to church or something, which I don't love doing. But or a wedding or something. Now I'll put on a dress, but before I was like, can I wear jeans and a t-shirt like to everything? So maybe you've been dressing up when you need to just go ahead and just go how you are. Don't worry. I don't know. People are still gonna love you, so it doesn't matter. Then we go into the King of Cups, or no, yeah, King of Cups. It's funny because he's followed by the King of Wands. So weird. We have a king following a king, so wild. Cups is self-discipline. This guy's got it all. He's kind of like this guy's got it going on. He knows what's up. But he's very self-disciplined, so you must either be good at that or you're gonna be using some of that. I love that he's got the dolphins. I think the dolphins are in every one of his most decks. You'll see those in the background. It's also emotional, water. You have a lot of water elements happening in here. Yeah, crazy. But the dolphins usually represent following your instincts. I wrote down a ton on your read. Your read just went on and on. The cards just kept falling. And I took them all. Sometimes I don't accept that many cards, but I was like, whatever, let's go for it. And then the King of Wands. So he's like a role model and a leader. And you might not realize it, but maybe, and you never probably wanted to be a role model, but people might be seeing you that way in 6 months. Maybe once you accept yourself, you're going to start setting the tone for those around you to be like, hey, it's all right to just be myself. That's cool. And then the moon represents our dreams, recharging. You could be running wild through the night, and even though there's pesky dogs and pests at their feet, know that you're still going to be able to make it home in the morning, so no worries even along this way. So I get like a little bit of like anxieties and fears, but I don't know, you might hit some weird just mental feelings about like, I don't know if I can accept myself, but you're supposed to. That's kind of the message, I guess, if that makes any sense. And then we've got all the glitters. I love this card. I hardly ever pull this card. And then it's followed by Meerkat. And if you notice, there's 2 16s in a row. So 2 kings in a row, 2 16s in a row. I don't know what that's supposed to mean, but I thought it was really cool. But you've got this all the meerkat's responsibility, and then all that glitters is kind of like, oh, you know what I forgot? Yeah, I forgot to tell you. We skipped right over the Ten of Cups. We skipped right over this guy. This was interesting. Okay, so this is, the thought of this is, think about togetherness over competition. So maybe just come together with your team. Don't worry about beating the other team. Worry about your own team and just being homies with them, I guess. Strengthen your team. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. And then, funny enough, it's not a bad time to think about buying a new home. Just make sure it has lots of big windows that let in rays of sunshine. That's what the book said. I thought that was interesting. So maybe you'll be looking at a house. We can take that literal if you want. And maybe you're going to be looking at buying a new home in the spring and something to do with cool windows. That'd be awesome. And also just shining a light, getting some more sunshine and optimism, because it seems like this anxiety kind of stuff. So just happiness. You need a little bit more sunshine. Meerkat responsibilities. I pull this one every time. It's so crazy. Oh, but gosh, I keep getting thrown off here. This is wild. The Ten of Cups. So this said something about buying a new home. And then you've got the All That Glitters and the moon in between the two. And what's funny is the moon can also represent secrets. And then we got All That Glitters. So we can look at this a couple ways. Are you, maybe, like I was saying, just be yourself. Don't worry about dolling things up. Maybe you've been trying to hide behind, like, clothing brand names or something, or dolling yourself up with jewelry that's really not you. I don't know. Or I could say with the home thing, maybe they dolled up the home that you're looking at, and don't be afraid to poke around under the surface to make sure, like, it might look sparkly, but do some digging before you purchase. I think that would be a good house. You're going to find a good house, but make sure you know everything about it first. Really look into it hard. And then we've got the Humpback Whale. That's about using music for healing and inspiration. So it could be either listening to music, playing music, whatever that means for you. Shark, trust your instincts to discern the truth of the situation. So again, we've got the shark with the dolphin, and they both kind of mean instincts, following your instincts. If you are looking to buy a new home, maybe if you don't get a good feeling about it, pass on that one and go for the other options. Then you've also got Peacock. Let yourself stand out and be noticed. So I thought that was really cool about, like, I don't know, accepting who you are, just plain as you are. You don't have to doll yourself up so hard. But you're going to stand out and be noticed either way, because I got a feeling you're kind of a noticeable person. And then plant the seeds. I love this. This could be taken as like reap what you sow. It also means new ideas taking off, which is where we began, was getting cool new ideas and plans. And like I was saying, I feel farm-ish for you. I don't know if you're looking and like you're wanting to buy property or land or something to do with farming, but I get a lot of that. Like all these towns telling me that, or animals. Like maybe you have plans to do something with animals in the future. I think you're a pet lover though. I'm gonna say you're my pet people. And then we had a third house, get your ideas going. Again, ideas. And then Pluto is, you have a need for control. You feel like there's a power struggle, which I think is like those fear and anxiety things. And then Sagittarius, get your ideas out to the world. Ideas, I wrote down the word ideas. Usually I circle them. I didn't this time, but it'd be funny to count how many times the word idea popped up. It was all over the place. I don't know how else to put it, but it's really cool. As far as the charms go, I can't make too much sense of them. This is really fun though. I love this. This has to do with the music too, which is funny. My girls at the carnival, we got these, and they thought it was so cool. These aren't twist off. You have to have a, not a can opener, but a bottle opener, duh. And what's so funny is I always keep a Leatherman in my purse, like a multi-tool. And they thought it was so fun to like unfold it, and then they got to use the actual bottle opener, because apparently I'm not a good mom and didn't teach my kids how to do that until now. I guess we've never had the excuse. I thought that was hilarious. So for me, this is good times. This is like the fair, going to the fair is fun. Maybe the fair is coming to your town around that time. I'm not sure, but I love your 6 months from now. I think you're gonna be feeling good about yourself. Maybe you get a makeover, you change your looks, I don't know. But you're gonna be, either way, you're just gonna feel more confident in yourself, like being yourself, accepting who you are and not caring what other people think so much. So, pile number 2, I appreciate you being here. I love your read. I hope you love your read, and let me know what you think of it. I don't know if these charms make sense to you. Sometimes the charms tell me a whole story in themselves. Today is not really the case. It's more the cards. So let me know your thoughts. I love all the animals, though. We've got animals everywhere. You got a little lizard there. How cool. You've got an owl there. The crawfish. I love the crawdaddy. How cute is that? Yeah. Thank you for being here, pile number 2. Take good care of yourself. Take good care of those around you. Drink plenty of water. Take your vitamins. Stay healthy. And look forward to spring. I love your spring. I hope you get some property or whatever your plans are. I love that you're going to get a really cool idea. Good luck to you. Awesome. Have a beautiful day, pile number 2. Pile number 3, welcome to today's read. This is your 6 month from now tarot spread, and I picked the Easter stuff because that puts us right around Easter time. So this is what life looks like for you around then. I don't know. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna do this first. I like to pull the charms live, and sometimes I can't make sense of them, but you can during the read, maybe. Maybe some of these will mean something to you if I can't pick up on what it is. So how it works for me, if I pulled these live, it would take forever. So I like to pull your spread, sit down, take a bunch of notes about it, and then I circle things that might all, like if I see something pop up all at once. Oh my goodness, my kitties are crazy right now. Sorry about that. We have 3 kittens at the moment. It is a nightmare. It's an adorable nightmare. They are like a little tornado of wildness. I forget how playful kittens are, you know. They're so cool though. We didn't have the heart to separate them. They're the last 3, and 2 of them are bros. We like to get them in pairs. So yeah, and then we love the girl, so we're like, well, take all 3, I guess. So here's where we're at. My house is crazy right now. I was trying to do laundry. They're jumping in the dryer. I mean, I gotta double check the dishwasher, the fridge, everything before I close it, because no joke, I turn around and they jump in everything. It's crazy. These guys, it's like living with gremlins. Like we didn't feed them after midnight or nothing, but they're crazy. It's insane. Anyways, back to your read. Hopefully you're a cat person. All right, so your read is interesting to me. Normally I have a theme for you. Yours is very businessy or paperworky. As I was doing your read, it's really funny. I get like this really proud feeling of sitting at a desk, and when I take these notes, I was like really excited just to put pen to paper. Like I love that feeling. So I'm getting, and I get a lot of teaching vibes here, and I'll tell you, I'm going to explain and break this all down, but just overall, I think you either work in an office, gonna work in an office, you're a teacher, or you do some kind of paperwork, or you're like self-employed somehow, and sometimes you have to sit down at a desk and do like, but something about being really proud about doing paperwork. I loved it. It's like, I haven't felt that much joy sitting down taking notes, and I take like a lot of notes, and normally it gets to feeling like monotonous, but this is fun for some reason. I don't know what you do for work or will be doing for work. I think it has to do with that, so that was kind of neat. Anywho, so let's just get to it. So we start off with the Knight of Swords. Oh, yours is really cool too. This is a cool one. This is a weird one. So if you just look and notice, you've got 2 knights, weird doubles, and then you've got the King of Swords and the King of Cups. So again, doubles. Tons of masculine energy, which is really crazy. Yours is so cool. So Knight of Swords, triumph, finding a practical solution to a problem. So I think that's what's going to happen for you. I don't think you've been having issues or stopped up on anything, but I see like things just getting really easy because you're just going to take a really practical approach and find some cool solution that's really going to help you out for the next while. So I thought that was really neat. And then he's followed by the Hermit, which is crazy because look, he's coming in hot. Things are moving fast. And so you're going to find a solution and answer real quickly. But then it's funny because then you just hit the skids and go to hermit mode. So center yourself, wisdom, understanding, which is the hermit. You can either take it literal, like you're gonna withdraw and just have some alone time, or it's just like looking internally at the wisdom you've accrued along the way in life. So then we go from that to the King of Swords. He's a man of status, influence, business advancement, thought was pretty cool. I love his little butterflies. This is actually, this is the other crazy thing. So this deck is really vintagey. I'm getting the same vibes too. Maybe you're into antiques or you're going to do something to do with antiques. I can't really put my finger on it, but like this desk that I'm doing this on, I know it looks a mess. It literally had to be glued back together, broken in half. My parents used to own antique stores long before I was alive, my grandparents and my parents. And so we always had a ton of antiques, and I love antiques and can spot them. Anyways, this desk was my dad's, and I kind of just took it over in my room. I needed a table. And he would always be like, yeah, I'm getting that table back one day. And I would be like, no, you're not. I love it. It's mine. Here we are today. I mean, like decades later. And this thing, I need to refinish the top because it has been through so much. But I just love this thing. This is my favorite table. And the other antique thing, what was it? There was something else really cool about antiques I was going to bring up. Oh, man, just lost it. Great. It'll pop back up, though. It's kind of cool. Oh. Nope. Sorry. Oh, I sound like a crazy person. Okay, probably am. All right, anyways, so... yeah, so we got this Knight of Swords. He's coming in hot. Then you hit the skids and go within. Then you advance in business. Then we got the Chariot, and that's coming in hot as well. The Chariot's known for movement, travel with purpose. And then we got this cell phone, businessy. I'm just seeing a lot of business. I don't know if you're going to travel for work or if you just have like a vacation plan that day. Something. Or communication about work. Weird. Anyways, the King of Cups. Yeah, so funny. King and then King. This is so weird. He's King of Cups, emotional. I love it. You can almost always... oh, that's what it was. Got it. The antiques. So this deck right here, this is a Rider-Waite deck, but this is a vintage 1970s version. So again, I don't know if you're older or something to do with antiques, or you're into antiques. I'm not sure. But yeah, the King of Cups, you can almost always find a dolphin in the background. See how he's sitting in the sea? That's a lot of water magic. I don't know if that's supposed to be a dolphin, but it's like following your instincts. It's pretty cool. And cups are like emotional. But the King of Cups is also material security. Kings are just great to have. So whatever you're into, I mean, it's like secure. And then Knight of Pentacles. So weird, you got two knights. Practical ideas and useful discoveries. And so, I don't know, finding a practical solution and practical ideas. Very crazy weird. I don't know, you're just getting repeats, and I'm not sure why or what it's tied to exactly. And then we got the Hierophant. That's pretty cool. That's about tradition, having patience, being really organized, teaching, revelation. Again, I don't know if you are a teacher of some sort or you're thinking about becoming a teacher. I don't get it that you're doing lessons. I think you are the teacher. I don't know in what sense, but, and then we got happy. So, man, your spring couldn't be better. You're going to be real happy. A sense of fulfillment, and all is well in your world. Orca is so cute, followed by the Blue Heron. I have a little story about the Blue Heron. Well, Orca is share your skills with others. I think you are a teacher. You're going to be teaching others something. I don't know if you're going to teach them like a course online or... I just can't get it. But there's a lot of like office, organization, paperwork, business in yours. It's really cool. I like your pile. I like your spread. Anyways, Orca for me, I think a lot of... this says song lines. I don't know. But I think they stick together in a pack as a family really well. They hunt together. I mean, they're brilliant. So you're probably pretty intellectual person is my guess. And then the Blue Heron is so cool. Their take on it is stand still, look around, take a breath, make a stand for what you believe in, and do what feels right in spite of any judgment or disapproval from others. However, for me, I tie this to the family thing. We have a tree, we have a pond nearby, and we would drive by forever, and I kept seeing these blue herons flying all over. And one day I saw one land in a tree, and there was like 6 or 7 nests of these. They're huge. Their nests are giant. I took the worst video ever of it. But I want to show because I thought that was so neat. And then now I think they've all migrated off because I haven't seen them lately. So, but how weird, in the middle of the desert, we have just tons of blue herons nearby. Very cool. They are really awesome. They're big, giant birds. They're pretty. I saw one day, it was so weird. We have a lot of geese fly overhead, and I saw these huge birds flying in a V, and they got closer and closer, and it was like 20-something blue herrings. I didn't even know they did that together. So weird. Maybe your family is going to be a big deal. You're all going to come together, work together really hard as a family. I don't know. Something to do with that, though. That's pretty cool. And then water magic. Water is fluid and flexible. Use that power to transition through to the next phase. The martini cup to me means like party, celebration, like something is going the right way for you in the spring, and you're going to be able to celebrate it is what I'm seeing. Also, we got Saturn, limits imposed. I think you're going to get through whatever limits might pop up. And then Scorpio, extraordinary power of prayer, which is kind of funny because we have the Hierophant. I don't know if you're very spiritual, if you're watching this, possibly. But yeah, don't ever underestimate the power of prayer. And then we have, fourth house. I was like, where'd the other one go? Do what makes you feel secure. And security was in here earlier too. I like to circle words that pop up again and again. So yours is just practicality. Practical ideas are really going to help you out. And I think you're a teacher. You're going to become a teacher. Something to do with teaching, which is pretty cool. Or office. I don't know. You'll have to let me know. Let me know what you do. If any of that makes any sense. The charms, I'm not really getting a ton. Today, all the reads today, I wasn't getting a ton from the charms. So possibly some of these might mean something to you. The jack is so cool. You guys ever play balls and jacks? Or is that how you, I don't know. Anyways, we were kids. You used to spin these and then you bounce the ball and try to grab them all before. That's weird. I was never good at it, obviously. Still not. I think that's how we did it. I can't remember. It's been so long. But I think you're either of an older generation or you just really love antiques. It's kind of cool. I'm seeing a lot of like older, I don't know, all these kings. Pretty cool. Yeah. Your spring looks amazing. Couldn't look better. Feeling pretty secure because practical ideas bring about it. So good for you. Yeah, that's all I got for you. It's a cool, weird read. Different. I like it. Anyways, thank you so much, pile number 3. I hope you look forward to your spring. It's going to be awesome. Thank you so much for being here, and drink plenty of water, take your vitamins, take good care of yourself, take good care of those around you, your pets, your home. Make it happy. Thank you so much. Bye, pile number 3.